In the news this week, the government's online safety bill has been delayed until the new parliamentary term. The Church of England isn't sure how to define the word woman, and a mother who was told she had 6 months to live gives thanks to God after being told she's cancer-free. Hello. The government's online safety bill has been pushed back until at least September due to a lack of parliamentary time. The bill was due to complete its report stage in the Commons this month, but has now been delayed while Parliament breaks for recess. According to government sources, the bill is expected to resume once a new Prime Minister comes to power. The Institute's Simon Calvert explained the controversial nature of the bill.
So the House of Commons consideration of the online safety bill is being delayed slightly. Its final discussions on the bill are going to be pushed back until September when Parliament resumes. After that, the bill will then take a couple more months to be considered by the House of Lords. Christian Institute supporters know that on the one hand, we very much want to see age verification checks for online porn brought into law and brought into effect. And we've been very critical of the government because they could have implemented those checks 5 years ago in different legislation. At the same time, we're very concerned that the so-called legal but harmful threshold in the bill could lead to censorship of legitimate opinions on the internet, not least Christian views on issues like sexuality.
The problem of pornography also came up for debate at the Church of England's General Synod. It voted overwhelmingly to call on the government to ensure age verification is put in place to protect children from online pornography. Speaking in support of the motion, paediatrician and youth worker Dr. Julie Maxwell warned of the damaging effects of porn on the minds of the young.
Children are a gift from God, and as adults we are responsible for their development and for protecting them from harm. Proverbs 22 verse 6 says, "Train up a child in the way he should go. Even when he is old, he will not depart from it." What children are exposed to as they're developing develops them as adults. So it's absolutely vital that under 18s, whose brains are still very much developing, are protected from accessing porn by age verification, especially as for many, many young people, their first exposure is accidental.
The vote passed by 263 to 2 with 3 abstentions. But in response to a question on biological sex, a senior bishop stated the Church of England did not have an official definition of the word woman. The Right Reverend Dr. Robert Innes said until now such definitions were self-evident, as reflected in the marriage liturgy, but that the Living in Love and Faith project was exploring the marriage complexities associated with gender identity. Bishops are expected to discuss whether to propose a vote on changing the Church's teaching on sexuality and gender in September. A Down syndrome campaigner has told the Court of Appeal Britain's abortion law must change. Currently, the law allows unborn babies deemed to have a disability to be aborted up to birth, but Heidi Crowter says this is discriminatory. Heidi spoke to the Institute alongside her mother Liz.
At the moment, the law states that a baby without Down syndrome can be aborted up to 24 weeks, but a baby with Down syndrome can be aborted up to birth. I'm hoping to achieve that we would hopefully change the law.
Liz, what would be your message to mums and dads who perhaps even today, are hearing the news that doctors believe that their unborn child has got Down syndrome?
I would encourage them to check out what Down syndrome looks like in 2020, 2022 even, because you might get offered lots of negative information by doctors and midwives. Talk to other parents.
And meet us.
Meet somebody who has Down syndrome and see the value of your child as a person made in the image of God.
And finally, a mother is giving thanks to God after being told she's cancer-free following a terminal diagnosis. Jasmine David was given 6 months to live when her breast cancer returned in 2019, with scans showing it had spread to her lungs, lymph nodes and chest bone. But after participating in a clinical trial with the Christie NHS Foundation Trust, doctors say there is no more evidence of cancer. The mother of 2 grown-up children says she has decided to live her life in gratitude to God. My Christian faith helped me a lot on this journey, and the prayers and support from family and friends gave me strength to face the challenge. Well, that's all for this week. For regular updates and information on all of our stories, plus much more, visit our website at christian.org.uk. Until next time, goodbye.